Hey, what's good, people? Whether it's an earbud at work or in between class, while you working out or sitting on your ass, I want to welcome you to the CharlieGtv Podcast, y'all. We have a crazy show lined up here for y'all, man. It's November 3rd, and the weather, honestly, has been acting like you don't know it's winter yet. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what? Nah, I got some summer left in me. You know what I'm saying? But I've been appreciating it. I'm going to take it, man. You know what I mean? We got a crazy docket lined up here for y'all today, man. We're going to talk about so much, man. We got a homie that's been on the movement out here with the music. We got a new guest. You know what I'm saying? We got a returning guest. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we got the headlines from Charles coming through always. And, you know, we got to talk about Elon Musk and Twitter. Man, it's just mad shit to talk about. You know what I mean? But without further ado, I got to get to the great gentleman I got gathered here with me today. So first, you know, he's here every week. You know what I mean? Some of you guys love him. Some of you guys hate him. It's the one and only Colin, the co-host, man. Say what's up to the people. Welcome.
Hey, what's going on, people?
Yeah,
I can get another week.
Yeah, and we have a returning guest also coming through. Shout out to Datboylucky, you know what I'm saying? Coming through, man.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you coming back, homie.
Shout it out.
Yes, sir. You feeling all right?
Marvelous.
I love it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? And we have a new guest here this week. New guest, y'all.
For the first time, this is
man.
three people on one pod.
Right? Four, man. Get the
Four
math
people,
right,
yeah,
right?
nah.
But this is the first of 4 people, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we have a new guest coming on here, man. This dude is an artist. Let me tell you, man, this dude is responsive, seems to be professional, you know what I mean? And he got some music out for sure, man. I've been checking out some of his shit on his page, and he is quite active, you know what I'm saying? And I'm very excited to have him on here today. So without any further ado, I would like y'all to give a warm welcome to the homie HandzOn. Say what's up to the people.
What's good, man? Appreciate
Welcome.
No doubt, man. Welcome. So yeah, man. Yo, no doubt, man. I've been watching a couple of your shits right here, right? I'm gonna go on Instagram, you know what I mean? Let me get away from these bitches, you know. I mean, why they always pop up, man? It's like I don't want to look at girls all the time. But but what you call it? But yeah, bro, I was watching your live performance, man, and it made me have a couple questions for you, man. That and a couple other tracks that you have on there, you know what I'm saying? But you know, the most recent live performance I have done on stage, you know what I mean, is a motherfucking talent show in high school. You know, but I won for the record. But anyway, your shit was far more recent than that. You know what I mean? And I respect it, dog. So I have some questions for you. There's a lot of things. I've been on stage a couple times. You know what I mean? But it's not in recent times. I went on stage salsa dance, but each time on stage, responding to the energy of the crowd, I learned something. You know what I mean? Like I learned something on feeling the energy when it's. I've performed times and had the crowd rocking. You know what I mean? I know what that feels like. You know what I mean? And I know what it feels like to be performing and not doing your best. You know what I mean? And I know what it feels like to feel the ebbs and flows of the energies. You know what I mean? And I wanted to know, what was it like being on stage? You know what I mean? And what are some of the things that you learned from being on stage?
You talking about like specifically like the most recent performance or in general?
In general, you know what I mean? In general, what are some of the lessons that you've learned from being on stage, man?
I'm not gonna lie, like this should go back to 2012, my first time on the stage. I wound up drinking too much and not eating enough. You know what happened after that. So yo, I get on the stage, we downtown Manhattan Pyramid Club, and like the lights is flashing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm screaming. I don't even know how to perform, like how to say certain words. I'm trying to say ad libs, the bars, everything. Man, I ran out of breath in 30 seconds. Almost fainted, man. I grabbed my man. I'm like, yo, look. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm about to fall. Hold me down. You know what I mean? And what I learned was like, what I do is, because I'm not a dancer, so I go on like YouTube. I look at like French Montana performing, or like somebody that don't jump around on the stage. And I like, I go from there, and I'm like, okay, use some of that. I use some of my shit. But, you know, I just learned that whether the crowd is jumping or not, you gotta have a tunnel vision on the stage and act like you're in front of 50,000 motherfuckers that screaming your name. And just go. Cause I done had some hostile crowds, and you know, I act like they enjoying my shit just as much as I am. And most of the time they probably really not, because you know, this ain't they sound down here. But
they're just not familiar. Yeah,
they're not familiar with, like, who the fuck is this dude? You know what I mean? But you just gotta keep going. And then by the time we go to the stage, somebody like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo, you did that. keep going. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, you know.
Yeah, I respect that. I respect that shit for real. You know what I'm saying? I had a I got an uncle that's done mad performances, went overseas and shit like that. You know, he done mad shit. You know what I mean? Still performing. But and one of the things he told me is that one of the things he struggled with, which you seem to do very well in that video, was remembering his own lyric. He said sometimes, bro, he be spitting the verse because he says like, you know, the track that you might have and play while you perform, it ain't the same as like the one that's gonna play in Apple Music. You know what I'm saying? So you might not have the verse on the track. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you'll have the beat and the ad libs. You know what I mean? And leave it up to you to actually put the verses in. And maybe you just might have the hook on it or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like then that. But if you fucking it up, you know what I'm saying? Then you fucking it up. You know what I'm saying? And I've written a couple songs enough to. If you asked me to, yo, it's time for you to go perform Written Wednesday #3, I'd be like, dog. Like, dog.
Ain't happening.
Dog.
Yeah, I'm not
That's a one-time show.
It's actually a perk to not having the lyrics on there because it makes it sound like that's more professional. So anybody, if you ever run into an artist at a showcase or like something, they're not in a big ass venue, and they're like on a come up, it's actually good to not have your lyrics because it just makes the performance sound, you know,
it makes it more intimate. It makes it more intimate.
Right. You need them lyrics on it. Like you want them to hear you. And if you mess up, you can easily create another bar or word to replace it. I mean,
yep.
But I don't listen to nobody else. I mean, honestly speaking, I mean, I do listen to other people, but like, if I listen to music for 4 hours out of a day, 3 hours and 3.5 for that is me. And I'm not doing that because I don't like the artist. I'm doing that because I'm looking for flaws. I'm a flaw, like I'm attacking them, and I know I got them. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for.
I respect that.
I respect
that's
that. I respect that. That's sharpening the craft. You know what I mean? Commitment to the craft. You know what I mean? I respect the hell out of it. That's one of the reasons why. You know what I mean? I started my launch as an artist in 2021. You know what I mean? But the reason why I set it up the way I did, where I try to do it every week, is to stay in the gym as a rapper. You know what I mean? Like, I might not have been on stage recently. You know what I mean? Because the whatever, I just have to do the open mic. I got to evolve in my game. But the thing is, when the last time I rapped on a beat? When's the last time I wrote a verse? Oh, I was just writing a verse today. I released a song last week. You know what I'm saying? Every bi-weekly. So I set up my content in a way to keep me in the gym keep me sharp as a rapper. You know what I mean? Keep me active. You know what I mean? Because I got dudes that say that they rappers and they drop a song like once every like, I don't know, like 10 months. It feel like, you know what I mean? Like, you know. You know
raising his hand.
Raising his hand over there. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's like when you ask dudes how to build a YouTube channel, like they honored every, you know what I'm saying? Or just how to build an audience anyway. You know what I'm saying? But man, so you say you've been at this since 2012, my guy. Wow, man. That's a lot.
That was my first show.
That's your first show. You know what I mean? That's a lot of experience, man. That's a lot of experience. You know what I'm saying? I really can't wait to get on stage, man. But my other question I have for you is this, man. I had one here for you. What are one of your favorite rappers as far as like their flow on the beat? Like, who do you hear flow on the beat and you be like I got a rapper or two that I dead ass be thinking about them sometimes when I write my verses, and I'm like, I want to write a verse that is better than this nigga, man. like better than what I think he would do on his beat. Like who's that for you?
All right, so like that's like it's that's one of those hard but easy questions. So I'm gonna take away from my biasness, which is Tupac, Jada, and Styles P, right? I'm gonna take them out of the equation because I'm always gonna pick one of them, but it's Rick Ross though.
Wow, I didn't see that coming.
It's funny you said Rick Ross. Why Rick Ross?
Because like I feel like when Rick Ross like Rick Ross talk to you like and he literally is like he pointing his finger at you if it applied to you, and if it don't, you know what I'm saying, like you can also relate to it. But I don't know, like his flow, his delivery is calm and it's assertive, and his intellect, his vernacular is like, it's like he made me pick up a dictionary. I'm in a box up north in a shoe. I'm listening to this motherfucker in a war jacket. I'm like, what the fuck he just said? That's what made me start listening to him more. I had to get my dictionary out because he said a word at the time that I was unaware, that I was unfamiliar with. And I'm like, what the fuck is it? It was like debacle or something debacle. I'm like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? But he said it with so much emphasis, it really made me go look it up.
Yeah.
And it was like, instead of using all of these words, like the boy is educated, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of reminds me of where I'm at with it today. Like, so yeah, it'll definitely be Rose, especially like that Gold Roses. That second verse on that.
Listen, I respect the fuck out of Rick Ross, man. It's so funny you should say Rick Ross, man, because like of all the rappers, man, Rick Ross is one of the rappers that I did like a lot especially in the beginning of my rapping career. You know what I mean? Because you know, he had a way of flowing on the track. I always said Rick Ross will make a broke nigga feel rich, bro. I swear to God. He's what he did. The way he used to just paint some pictures, some of the flows he be having on there, I respected the fuck out of it, bro. And when I first started rapping, the reason why I started rapping in the first place is because my brother used to play beats, right? My brother used to be great at picking beats, and I used to freestyle. And one of the ways that I used to get the best freestyles out of myself is I was pretend I was an artist. Like, I always used to watch niggas freestyle on Hot 97. You know what I'm saying? Why I freestyle in front of Flex and shit, right? So what I would do is I would pretend I'm Lil Wayne or pretend. So I'll end up rapping like them in their style, but I'm pretending like, what would I do if I was Lil Wayne in front of Flex, Hot 97? He was giving it to me. You know what I mean? What would I do? You know what I mean? So, and Rick Ross is one of my favorite ones, bro. You know, because I had his always like, Boss, Rose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Even if
rich forever, Meek Mill, you know what I mean?
You can't not recognize that.
Double M, Rose. I had him. I had to give it to him, man. So I used to spit like him, dead ass. I used to be like, what if I was Rose on here? You know what I mean?
Rick Ross moved into my top 5, man. Like, surprisingly, and my top 5 is legends. You know what I'm saying? But he swiftly moved. He been in my top 5 for the last like 7-8 years already. You know what I mean?
Like, I really fuck with him as a rapper, you know what I mean? And you know something? I tell you one last thing about Rick Ross and I'll move on from him, you know what I'm saying? My stepfather don't fuck with almost no rappers these days. You know what I mean? No rappers. And I don't even think he fucks with Rick Ross, but one time I mentioned Rick Ross and he was like, Rick Ross, he said, Rick Ross can actually rap. You know, a lot of these guys can't rap. Rick Ross can actually rap. You know what I mean? I was like, wow, he even earned the respect of the old Rasta Jamaican dreadhead who don't really fuck with a lot of old Rasta was like, Rick Ross can rap. I was like, all right, okay, Rick Ross.
If you had to put somebody on to Rick Ross right now, what song would you tell them to listen to?
My favorite verse by Rick Ross gotta be his shit he did with Kanye, Devil New Blue Dress, that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit he did with Kanye. That I think it's Devil in the Blue Dress or something like that. I forgot the name of it.
What?
I forgot. It's a God bless the man I put this ice over, spending money twice over, still a real nigga, red Gucci sweater, dice roller.
Like, okay.
I'm a chick that nigga was flowing on that motherfucker.
That's on that Rinsdale remix.
That nigga was
hard.
That nigga was flowing.
I'm not even gonna lie.
You know what I mean? But yeah. What's one of your favorite tracks by Rick Ross?
Shit, I got so many, but I would think like if I had to pick a verse, it would either be the first verse of Idols Become Rivals or the first verse off of Triple Platinum. And that's on the same album though. That's that Rather You Than Me.
Rather You Than Me.
Yeah, that right there bought me. It was over after that. When I heard that shit 2017, nigga couldn't tell me Ross wasn't that nigga, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He had
like,
a couple other ones that I can't even remember, bro. He got
so many
beats. I fuck with Rick. I do fuck with Rick.
Let me tell you, a lot of dudes is not like the only nigga that I feel like can mesh with Ross like on some like bar for bar flow delivery and all that on the record right now is a nigga like Drake. Like, I wouldn't really want to. Drake and Ross make perfect songs together. Think about it. Everything they put out is a fucking hit.
They do.
Both of them niggas. And they both
but Drake, but I fuck with Drake. But Drake always gonna have an asterisk. But I don't know, man. All that pen. Once you got a ghostwriter, I can't. How do you feel about a ghostwriter, man? How do you feel about it? Because ghostwriter. How do you feel about that, bro?
I ain't gonna lie. No funny shit. I don't have a problem with a ghostwriter. You know why? Because pride comes into the way. Of course, you an MC, but this ain't 1975, nigga. This is a business. So at the end of the day, I tell him like, my brother's a wizard. If we get on right now and and it comes to a point in time where I can't figure out something, but on this beat right here, I'll call my brother up. Yo, yo, put something together for me. This is a business. Like, see, most niggas won't say that because they afraid what the next nigga gonna think. I don't give a fuck because you gonna be the same nigga running around doing weak shit. I'm gonna be over here somewhere running it the fuck up and done forgot about everything we even talked about. Why?
Respect it when you look at it from that point.
My pride is not gonna get it. I mean, I'm an MC. I write my own rhymes. You know what I'm saying, but my brother started me off anyway. I wasn't a rapper. I was a hustler and a pimp. He started me rapping. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have a problem with a ghostwriter. You know what I'm saying? But don't. I'm the type of nigga. If a nigga write for me, he gonna be on my credits in the front row. He not gonna be in the fine print. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have pride issues. Like, I know who I am. I know what I'm about.
I respect that. I respect that a lot, actually. I respect that a lot, actually. You know what I mean? I respect.
Yeah, I didn't see that answer coming.
You know what I mean? Not at all. Not at all. It's the but you know something? The reason why I respect it is because it's one of the levels that it's one of my levels in my plan. You know what I mean? Because I do plan to run a production company at some point, right? You know what I mean? And like, there's I would have no problem lending my pen out or to do to help it to help an artist, because it's like at the end of the day it is a business. You know what I mean? It is a business. You know what I mean? So if you have someone that maybe has like a better image or a better following, and maybe they just need like a little bit of help, like it's like, you know, you have stocks, you have things you invest in. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you buy this business, you invest in this stock. Well, if you invest a little bit here and help this with the right team behind them, you never know, motherfucker. You know what I mean? And what you gonna do? Be mad at the millions that come in because of a collective effort? You know, come on now.
Right. There's no issue. There's no issue. It's just no funny shit. I feel like as on a male artist, whether that be R&B, but R&B artists, they got ghostwriters all the time, most of them.
Yes,
but for the male artists, like I said, it's a complex issue. It's a pride issue, because we could go back to when Kanye ran on the stage and was beefing with, you know, Taylor Swift and shit. At the end of the day, I believe she got album of the year that year because she wrote her own shit.
Yeah.
Beyonce didn't get it. Beyonce had better songs. She had better videos, but per song, Beyonce averaged 2 ghostwriters. It's no issue. Yeah. She's still running it up. But that's why Taylor Swift got the nod, and she didn't that year because Taylor Swift put in more work on her project. And they acknowledged that.
Little, okay.
That's why they gave her the little nod. But in the day, nobody said nothing about none of that shit.
Because you're right, Beyonce got such a team that she like, listen, like someone's gonna give me but at the end of the day, I'm not mad at it though, because look, I put out Written Wednesdays, right? I be going hard on my verses. I take my time writing my verses, making sure, you know what I mean, I'm sharpening myself, whatever, right? If I was to put out a Written Wednesday and for some reason it was super heat, right? And I got a DM from like Drake and he was like, yo, do me a favor, bro. Why don't you take that down? You know what I mean?
Send that.
and send that, you know what I mean? And I cut you a little check. You know what I mean? You think I'm gonna be like, nah, that's my song. You can keep your little 50,000, your little 100,000. I'm good, man. I'm good over it. Nigga, take this Written Wednesday, and I got more for you if you need it, my guy.
What happened to the last nigga look what happened to the nigga that was. He did put a couple records together for Drake. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? You
get further in life by shutting the fuck up.
Come on, bro. Like but he let his pride at the end of the day ruin that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because he was making money. He was probably chilling. You know what I'm saying? But there's one time you try to get into the club and niggas ain't let you in the club. You know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, you like that song is playing. Me like, I wrote that song. Niggas is like, nigga looking at you crazy. Now you like.
Look at the credits. Like, come on, bro. You don't hear Anthony Hamilton running around talking about he wrote half of Where I Want to Be.
Yeah.
But his name is in the credits. So at the end of the day, it's bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? It comes out later on, but it's nothing to brag about. That's why, you know, business is business. That's why you separate business from personal shit. Niggas don't know how to do that though.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
I respect that. You know what I'm saying?
You got a hot ass song right now, nigga. You send me that shit, yo, hands on, what's up, yo? No funny shit. I feel like you're wild that shit up. Nigga, I'm gonna wild that shit up. And when that shit blow, I'm gonna let niggas know my boy wrote that and I spit it. Nigga, what?
What? Yeah, niggas was all feeling like, well, you niggas can't get mad. Niggas can't get mad.
Nah, they do.
I fuck with that, man. I fuck with your take on it for real, man. Lucky, I'm gonna let you get off. Who's one of your favorite artists, man? I'm gonna let you get one off, man.
Oh, my brother know who my favorite artist is, man.
Kodak Black.
Lil Kodak.
Kodak
Oh
Black.
yeah,
Shout out to Kodak who just dropped the
Yeah.
album, by the way, man. I get to listen to
I
all
fucks
of it,
with it.
but I listened to it like I said, like the first half, and I like the energy on it. I was fucking with it.
And not to be biased, right? And I'm always making this point: the authenticity. The authenticity is what, like, all right. So Kodak's the reason why before Kodak was my favorite artist, it was Gucci Mane.
Mm.
Now
I
Gucci
think I
Mane,
remember you speaking about that on the last time you were on the podcast.
right? But you know, Gucci Mane kind of like grew up a little bit, but Kodak still is in his ignorant stage, and I kind of like that ignorant shit, right? But he speaks on shit that only certain people would get. Like he speaks on shit like K2. He speaks on shit like being in solitary confinement. He speaks on shit, and then he doesn't try to be super tough. Like he explains like how he actually feels, and like only people in certain situations, in those situations, would understand. So I relate to it. Now, with that being said, right, this is why I fuck with my brother's music. It's because of the authenticity.
Mm.
It's just like I really fuck with authentic music. Authentic music. Like I really like, that's why I like MO3. I love MO3. Because it's authentic. Like he was really clapping niggas. Like he was really killing it. He was offing niggas. And that's why they offed him. But it's just like the authenticity is so dope. It's like that's what's dope to me. That's what's really like anybody can say they're a killer, anybody could say they're anybody. My brother is really a pimp. Like my brother really shot a pedophile in the face. You heard? Like my brother was really like, we was really locked up together. Like I've seen that, like we went through shit together. Like it's authenticity. So when I hear him say certain shit, it's like, oh,
that ass.
It's
like,
different.
Oh, like because it's like he found words. It's like it's really art. Like to find words to express a feeling. Like it's crazy. You know, it's such a beautiful thing. And Kodak does that for me, right? But it's the authenticity. My brother brings that. So that's why it's like it's just cool. And then like I like that with Gucci too and MO3. So that's
lit.
So that should be the headline.
I respect that. I respect that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
How do you feel about Rowdy Rebel?
Rowdy, he's cool. I like his cadence more than his music. Like I like him. I like him as a like I like him as who he is as a, like, you know, what like as a person.
I like how he be just posting like basketball games to his Instagram and shit.
I don't follow anybody on Instagram, so I wouldn't know. I don't really. I don't know. I don't really follow these niggas, man.
Kodak. But as far as Kodak, my favorite album from him's got to be his. I want to say it was like Dying to Live. I'm gonna say it's Dying to Live. I think he released it like right after he like got out of jail. You know what I mean? I know some of them bars there. He must have written for a minute. You know what I mean? Because he was saying some shit on them bars. That's like my favorite album from for sure.
Kodak be talking that shit though. I ain't even gonna lie.
Hell yeah.
And I also like how vulnerable he puts himself. He's not scared to speak on love. Like
so, true. But also, since Lucky you had brought up some time you had spent on like you wanna like what you wanna speak on that for a second? Like what like I've been arrested, sure, but going to jail. You know what I mean? That's a different.
Well, there's this one particular place where I met HandzOn that is really the CEOs are cocksuckers. The facility is called Governor Correctional Facility, and they beat my ass several times.
Yeah.
I went to the box several times. And it's just dope because, like how I was saying earlier, how my uncle died. I just found out today that my uncle died, and death brings family together. You know, those unfortunate events, the oppression, we was being oppressed by police. Like the people that's supposed to protect us and make sure everything is okay. These are the
Right.
people that was hurting us and try to set us up with charges. You know, they try to set up my brother with drugs. I seen it with my own eyes. Like,
Dirty motherfuckers, boy.
dirty. Like they try to set us up doing crazy shit. And we kept each other militant. We kept each other disciplined. Like we would go to the yard together every day. We'd cook every day. Like, listen, we was not trying to put too much out there, but we was eating, like, all right, chicken is a delicacy up north. Like, if you, like, you know, you might be able to eat chicken once a week if you got money, you know, like twice a week. We was eating chicken every day. Every day. Every day. We was eating breakfast and lunch, and, you know, lunch and dinner is kind of, you know, like every day. You know, like we was living like kings. Like, not to say too much, or, you know, not to give away, but my brother had his own table where he did his legal work. Like, you know, like he had like this 4 tables. Is it 4 or 5? Is it 4? He had his own table. I had my own table. There's only 4. There's only 4.
That's crazy.
like the dynamics was crazy. And then there was 3 plus one of us that was on keep lot. That was part of our circle that we would eat with. It was very biblical, as my brother would say. It was very biblical. We keep it we're very close knit, and we didn't fuck with that. And you know, at the time, you know, like I said, at the time, we was involved in just gang related. We blood, right? So just put it like that. And
allegedly,
you gotta move a certain way, and anything could happen at any time, right? But the fact that we kept each other out of trouble, we kept each other disciplined, we kept each other militant. We was working out every day. Yo, HandzOn, we was working out every day.
Every fucking day, bro.
This man put me on the pull-up bar. I was 340 pounds doing pull-ups.
Bro, pull-ups is still like, listen, I posted a lot doing
how did I start, HandzOn? How did you have me start?
Pull-ups. I could do like 3.
You can though.
You can do them. You can do them.
You can do them.
I guarantee you can do them, my nigga.
How did I start?
3.
At the time I was probably doing, I could do like easily 10 to 15. That was my rep. So I tell him, like, yo, hang on the bar the whole time while I'm doing my set. So he'll be up there. I'm like, hang on the bar. While he hanging there, I'll do my 15 or 10, whatever I'm doing. You know what I mean? And he kept doing that. And I'm like, just pull. One day that nigga pulled his fucking body up there, nigga. Nigga's like,
I've heard that you got to start hanging. Like, that gets your muscles ready to be able to do it.
Well, and then you gotta remember, he was 300 pounds, man. So
and then isolation sets. This motherfucker started doing isolation sets. This nigga started wilding me up in the yard and in the gym. This nigga is a beast.
2 hours core exercise, but everything was wrapped around a pull-up bar. Like, I be seeing you do the push-ups and shit. I got crazy ass push-up routines too, man.
Man, yeah. Listen, I just been building up, man. I just been building up, man. I fell out of shape, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I started this journey July 2021. You know what I mean? As far as trying to launch my shit as an artist, launch my brand, and it's body, mind, and soul. It's a holistic effort. You know what I'm saying? There's no way I'm trying to be my best self and trying to progress and still being a fat ass. There's no way. You know what I mean? So,
Charlie G, I'll tell you something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since our last show, I lost 100 pounds.
Wow.
100
God bless.
Pounds. Yeah, 100 fucking pounds.
100 pounds. Got to clap for that.
That's though.
It involved a lot of hordes, a lot of nights, a lot of hordes, and keto.
Keto, man.
That keto is life. You can eat McDonald's every day on keto. Don't let them lie to you. You can eat McDonald's every day on keto and lose weight. 100 pounds.
Keto, 100 pounds.
That's incredible, man.
All right,
congratulations.
I'm gonna have to look into that keto.
Charlie, he sound like he ain't feeling that keto shit.
I don't know. I you know, from what I hear, it's just like no sugar, like no carbs. You know what I mean? Like,
that's exactly what it is.
Just stay away from just no sugar, no carbs. So like, I could almost go like on an all meat diet and be keto almost. You know what I mean?
No, that's exactly what it is.
You know what I'm saying? But still,
watch the salt. I mean, light salt.
Nah, you go crazy with salt. Go ahead.
Really?
Yeah.
Sodium, the crazy sodium with it.
Sodium is okay. Sodium is okay. Fat is okay. Butter is okay.
Oh, it's the starch.
sugar. It's the
starch
sugar.
products.
All right. So starch, like breads and stuff like that turn into sugar in your body. And then you just really what you're trying to do is lower your insulin levels. So fat niggas like us, we have a unbalanced sugar levels. Our bodies don't burn the sugar at the same rate as everybody else's, and we store sugar more. So what we do is by going on ketosis, on keto, is we fucking shock the body by not even having sugar in our body. So that brings the insulin levels all the way down. And you start eating up all your fat. So the less, like once your body's in ketosis, you just a walking fat burner. So everything you do, you just burn fat. You burn fat in your sleep, fat. And it's fucking dope. Keto is life. It may not be healthy, but this is what I tell everybody else. It's not healthy being overweight for 10 years, 20 years.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
I learned about keto through Joe Rogan. Like I know what it is. I just never had the balls and the discipline to really give it a try. He said, "Fuck Joe Rogan."
Yeah, Joe Rogan could eat a dick.
Oh man,
damn,
that's funny. We should have debate on Joe
Lord.
Rogan. That'd be funny. That's funny.
Joe Rogan could eat a dick.
But nah, but so what it is like, your body has two energy sources. I'm gonna say, you know what I mean? It's like you can either burn carbohydrates and sugar, or your body can burn fat. You know what I mean? As an energy source. And if you give it sugar and carbohydrates, it's always going to pick that first because it can't store that. It can't store sugar and carbohydrates. It doesn't have a system to do that. So it's just floating around in your body. It's going to cause trouble. So it uses that all the time. That's why you get tired when you stop eating and shit. But see, fat, your body knows how to store fat. It has a way to store that energy.
Easy.
You know what I mean? So if you just use fat, then all of a sudden your body's like, well, we don't have any sugar to use. I guess the only energy source we have left is this shit we've been gathering up for years, like it's gonna be a fucking famine or the end of the world. So let's use some of this fat here now that we have it. Because I always wonder, like, because what they claim is that you're apparently less hungry because, you do
become less hungry. Like including with my keto, I also intermediate fast. So I only eat once a day.
Damn, bro, dude, you be pissed off? You find yourself irritable?
I am very irritable, but not for those reasons.
Obviously,
but
I think the word he's looking for is disciplined.
Yeah.
A man's got discipline.
Nah, but the irritability helps the discipline. Just being angry just helps a little. Energy is all energy. So sometimes
it's all energy. You're right.
Yeah. So that sometimes help, like saying fuck it. Like being, I could be destructive in some areas of my life, but it helps other areas of my life. So, like, it's weird.
You gotta balance it out.
I got what?
Yeah,
it's about balance.
Not on purpose. It's just how it works out.
It's amazing. You know what I mean? But
HandzOn just dropped fucking 3 fucking albums in fucking 3 weeks.
Jesus Christ,
that's incredible.
Did you for real?
No, some G shit though. Word.
That's crazy.
And I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was less than 90 days, but when I looked at it, it was actually like 60 days because I started it and dropped one 30 days. I released it on one date, released another one 30 days later. That's 2. And then the third one.
How you doing this? Man, hold on a second.
Yeah, he's just showing off now.
3 albums. No. So hang on a second.
He said no.
How many songs is on the first album?
He's an extraterrestrial.
Well, it actually is EPs, but I put nine tracks each.
9 tracks
and
damn near album. 9.
But
I don't know.
out of the 9 tracks, I have something that I like to use.
That's at least 2 albums. I mean, I don't know.
How so much? They're all mixed and mastered professionally.
Right.
That's like 20.
They're studio EPs. They're not just put together and put out like that. Studio EP.
No, hell no. This is together. The last EP I did all in one session because you know, I move around so much. I'm working 2-3 jobs aside from this, and it's like, you know, I had to run in there and put it out because I wanted to give iTunes a 2-week grace period. You know what I'm saying, to have everything put together. So I'm be honest with you. I don't know how I'm doing. I really don't.
That's cool.
I don't know how the fuck I'm doing this shit.
This nigga got 10 jobs. He fucking goes to the studio. Fucking, he's an extraterrestrial, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
That's crazy.
In New York.
Time for a Zoom meeting. I don't know.
I respect.
Yo, no funny shit. Look. I took my shirt off because, you know what I'm saying, I ain't with the company to start talking shit, but I'm at work right now.
Oh my God, nigga. Oh my God.
Wow,
Yeah,
I'm banned from Hertz.
Yeah, because he drives their cars 130 miles an hour across states and shit.
Yeah, right. Allegedly.
Wow. But yeah, that's crazy.
So the 3 EPs are out, and I'm dropping an EP every 30 days, regardless.
Every 30 days. I respect. That's crazy.
Yeah, I told you.
I gotta tap it. I gotta see some of this shit, man. I gotta
man
find your ass for real, man.
Is
I gotta
fucking alien.
That's good. That's that extraterrestrial is right. But yeah, all right, guys, listen, we got a guy that's been tapping his foot, all right? So do me a favor and hang tight for a moment, and we're gonna go and toss it to Charles for the headlines. Charles, are you there, Charles? Come in, Charles. Oi, Charles here with the news and the headlines, you know what I mean? Giving you guys just a little bit of what's happening in the fucking world. Get your head out the sand. Just a few things happening, little headlines. So here, listen up. Reuters reports the man charged for breaking into the U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's San Francisco home and clubbing her husband in the head with a hammer pleaded not guilty to attempted murder and other charges and was ordered to remain in jail without bond because he's obviously fucking crazy. Apparently, his plan was to fire Nancy Pelosi, tie her up, and make her tell the truth. Don't do this to people. It's not all right, okay? That's ridiculous. Anyway, next story. Associated Press reports the 3-year-old son of Nigerian music star Davido has died in his home and has apparently died of drowning, police said on Tuesday. Davido wasn't there and the mother wasn't there either, but the kid was left in the care of 12 servants. The servants are currently being interrogated as to how they could let this happen. 3 years old is far too young to die. Rest in peace, little man. Reuters reports Canada plans to welcome a record 500,000 new permanent residents in 2025 and has boosted its target over the next 2 years as the country looks to ramp up the people that are coming in because apparently there's a shortage of laborers for labourer workers there, you know what I mean? So, you know what? If you're looking for a place to move that maybe needs some way to do some jobs, you know, perhaps go to Canada, you get me? Anyway, last story up. TMZ reports Kevin Durant is getting where he wanted this offseason. The Brooklyn Nets have fired head coach Steve Nash. After a 2-5 start, 48-year-old Steve Nash was hired back in 2020 and held a winning record of 94-67 while he was coach. But I guess he's got the boot now, so best of luck to you, Steve Nash. For more information on these headlines, feel free to do your own fucking research. And with that, back to you, Charlie. All right, Charles, I see you. All right, Charles, I appreciate that. You know,
And I like Steve Nash.
Yeah, man, I hope he gets another job somewhere.
Steve Nash is my favorite player, but some of these niggas gotta understand, my nigga, just because you was a good fucking point guard, don't mean you can coach the fucking team, homie.
Yeah, I don't know about him being a coach, but I did like him when he played basketball.
Damn, both of y'all like, yeah, nigga, you fired. Like, damn.
I mean, hey, damn.
Yeah, I don't know much about
He'll be fine. I'm sure he's got money.
Damn.
But I know if you underpay your babysitter, they gonna kill your kids.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
you said servants, you know? I mean
that's what the article, that's what Charles said the article said. You know what I'm saying? He said it was servants. I don't know. I guess maybe they're made, but damn, underpay them. Damn, Lucky, you cold-blooded. Damn.
Hey, man, you never know.
They don't put the nigga in the microwave.
Lucky said have his. Listen, let me tell you something. Have Lucky money on time. All right, that man crazy.
The baby in the microwave.
That's actually like one of those jokes for real.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Allegedly. Nah, anyway.
Everything's allegedly.
Everything allegedly.
Everything's allegedly.
Everything
That's my
allegedly.
favorite word.
For real. But nah, man. We gonna move on to the brand building segment, man. That this is where we talk about just what we've done this week to try to progress the brand, to progress ourselves, to move forward, and take that next step towards our goals and where we're trying to reach to. You know what I'm saying? So I always start with the guest. Lucky, I'm gonna start with you actually first instead of hands on. I was gonna start with hands on, but I'm gonna start with you first. Lucky, is there anything that you want to plug as far as I'm sure you got your hands in many pots. What
Yeah,
would you want to promote to the people right now?
yeah, the whores, man. There's the whores.
The
God
whores.
bless.
God bless the whores, and
Oh my God, we love them.
What? But I'm saying
I no longer want a good girl. I just want a whore. The nastier, the better. And
ain't nothing happy hoe.
And right, and I want after she's done with me, I want her to continue her journey. And
yo, I love it.
that is not the question I was asking. I was like, I'm talking about this. This is the brand building segment, not the bitch getting segment.
No,
I'm just saying.
See, the bitches are the brand. See, this is what the bitches are the brand. And
you got like a string of OnlyFans girls you modeling or something? I mean,
no,
managing?
I got those TV OnlyFans got shut down.
Oh man.
Shut down, it got shut down. I still have a couple of videos on Spank Bang you could check out. I got
yo.
SpankBang.com.
I ain't been on Spank Bang since
last week. Since last week.
Yo.
we are touring. We are touring the world. July I went to Colombia. August I went back to Colombia. Then we went to Miami. I just got back from DR. We shot a music video in DR. Hopefully it'll be out soon. I am a reggaeton artist now.
Due to spreading your wings.
Due to the whores.
All right.
Whores. Wow.
I hear the whores love reggaeton artists more. And apparently reggaeton artists don't get killed and shot like rappers do. So
yeah, that shit is kind of
it seems like a good path.
Right.
Yeah, they took off on takeoff, you heard? So they rocked his snot box.
True, yeah, I was gonna talk about that too. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's messed up what happened to him. But yeah, man, all right. So shout out to Lucky out here fucking these hoes, man. Catch Lucky on the next plane flight.
I never said anything about that, but they out here, man. They out here.
Yeah, all right, man. At least you gotta have your fun. You gotta have your fun while you're young. You know what I'm saying?
Got to, man.
Yeah, man. So hands on, man. I'm about to go to your page right now. I see you active. You know what I'm saying?
Got a plethora of projects.
You got a plethora of projects, but what would you say is what's something you want to plug or like something that you've done new differently this week, like or last week? You know what I mean?
Well, I performed at a house party. Like I was invited to perform at a house party. Initially, I requested that the host just play a couple of my songs, let the audience just randomly just throw it in a rotation. He hit me back. He was like, "Yo, I think it'd be dope. It's a college FSU. It's an FSU party. Come through. I give you a little something. Come through perform." So that right there was kind of like it was different because I'm actually in the middle of a floor. It's no stage. I'm around a bunch of motherfuckers that I don't know in the city that I'm not from. And actually the video is up there. You will see it's like a Halloween party vibe. And it was different though. It was different. And I actually enjoyed it. The crowd was a little hostile. But I actually enjoyed it though. So that was like something new for me. But I've been all over the last 3 weeks and in the last 14 days, 3 states, 3 shows. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. Heavy on that.
I respect it, man. Heavy Safuti. I'm trying to scroll to see which one to hit, but like 14 shows?
No, 14 days, 3 shows.
14 days, 3 shows.
14 days, 3 states, 3 different states, 3 shows.
3 different states. Man, I got moving out here. How you doing that in a job, man? Shit, man.
I
need to get.
I do not know, son.
I need to get some roller skates or something, man. Jesus. That's what I'm not doing it. That's what my freestyle been. I'm trying to play a track. I'm trying to find a track here off of because my problem is I had trouble finding you on the getting a link to your joint on your Apple or your with your streaming
Apple
at, you know
Music,
what I'm saying?
Spotify.
Yeah, but I'm on your Instagram. I can see, you know what I mean. I see you got this one here.
That's not my boy favorite. That type of shit. I just got a brand new, and that bitch is fire though. Good curve and all that stuff. She don't really need my bag. She just really she could go play with stuff, but she rather that I do it. I ain't trying to lose the hoe, cause I'm trying to. I ain't trying to frame her though.
Oh,
shout out to John Dom.
I'm trying to vibe.
Oh yeah, that's my most streamed song right there.
This fire too.
Shout out to Zaytoon.
I love that. I'm getting first Franklin. Touch that. You wanna be game, but this ain't pass. Blood or shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Why these niggas be hating? Niggas be hating. Niggas throw signs of fake. On some backstabbing shit on the old.
Yo, this joint right here though.
I fuck with it.
You wanna know the history behind that?
Yeah. Let me know.
Yo, I wrote that in a prison stall in a bathroom. And I used to be, sitting back and the people I was around inspired that record.
Wow.
Well, I wrote that shit in jail, man. I wrote that shit in jail.
That's
I used to be banging on the bathroom store, making the beat, and I just came home and I found the dope producer, and he came up with that. We came together and put that out.
That's dope as fuck, bro. That's dope. I respect that, man. Yo, man.
Where can the people find that?
I was gonna say, man, make sure I go follow him on Instagram.
You could definitely. Okay, so I mean,
all streaming platforms.
Yeah, just type HandzOn with a Z. There's another HandzOn on there, but he spells his HANDZ space ONN. That ain't me. Mine's is HANDZON, all one word. And ain't nobody that's claiming that name got more content than me. Nobody claiming that name is better than me. Nobody claiming
look at
that
the
name.
album cover. If the album cover looks like it's like amateur, that's not my.
Right. Good point. But there is somebody else up there. I think the dude is from Memphis or something, but he's not.
He's not clicking like. He's not making no noise.
Hell no. But at his humbleness.
Oh, I found you. You right there, right up there. It was easy to find. Yo, HandzOn. Yo, go type it in, y'all. I'm gonna see if I could get it in the description. See if I can maybe get a link for it, because it wasn't that hard to find. It was right here. But I just didn't, you know what I mean? But yeah,
we've been putting in so much. I ain't gonna lie. Like literally, my team is literally a team of 3 people. Me, Datboylucky, John Don. Like you literally only as good as your team. And I used to hear that before when I was younger. I'm like, nah, you ain't as good as yourself, but that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a team effort involved with a lot of movements, and you know what I'm saying? You ain't doing that by yourself. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Believe me, I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm starting to see that more and more, which is why I'm trying to get it. I see you, bro. Yo, my homie dropping a lot of jewels here, all right? And it's the truth, all right? And you only get these knowledge when you are actually in the field trying to do the shit. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to
projects. My projects lead up. My projects is telling the story. And when I say the story, I don't mean fabricated. I'm saying the story as in true events and from experience. So you got quid pro quo, right? That's the first project.
Can you break that down for them? Like what that means?
Yeah. So quid pro quo, everybody probably was aware that that's something for something. You give me this, or I'll give you that.
This for that.
But
you know what I mean?
The reason why that was the name of my project was because at the end of the day, now that I had the opportunity to look at things from the outside, and I had the opportunity to come to my senses and realize that everything is a quid pro quo, especially when it comes to the motherfuckers I was close with. So if it's not a quid pro quo, we really ain't got nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And as you go down the line, that goes for my bitches I was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? The ones I was cuffing, the dudes I was ready to catch 25 to life for that I didn't know no better about. And it's just, dudes I was super loyal to. That's what that project boils down to. And then you got Out of Sight, Out of Mind. Right? Out of Sight, Out of Mind speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? When you're not around, you don't matter.
Yeah.
And it can't be like that, because at the end of the day, when I'm here, it's all love. When I disappear, it's like what? Who? What's the name? So that project outlines and it breaks down the essence of being out of sight, out of mind. As we get to Secrets Worth More Than Money, Secrets Worth More Than Money is more so dropping jewels and me stepping into that light. And just, you know what I'm saying, just put it out there, like, now we moving forward. I had a couple people call out a baby album. They're like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, like the beat selection on that, the content, where you went, that's like, that was album quality, you know what I'm saying, album quality right there. And I'm like, you know what? I ain't even look at it like that. I'm just putting it in. So that's definitely where we at.
I gotta check that, man. I gotta go check it out, man. I gotta go check out Respect the Dude on his grind, man. I gotta go check it out, man, for sure. You know what I mean?
Check my Instagram. His _humbleness93.
Yeah.
I've been checking out a lot of your content as well. Definitely been enjoying it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, all love.
For sure, man. Colin, do you want to go with your rainy days, man? How you been doing with your brand, man? The brand building segment.
I ordered a bracelet just to see, like, what it would look like. I wanted to order 100 of them, but I was, you know what? Let me just, maybe order one and see what it looks like before I order a ton of them. And I ordered a sticker as well. I would shout out where I got them from, but I don't know if I like them yet. So I'm in the middle of acquiring the SoundCloud Rainy Days. Hoping to be able to get that really soon. And I did have a buddy of mine contact the guy that originally was making the shirt. So hopefully I can get him to start spinning some more up and get him up on the website again.
There's a small world. I know the nigga.
Yo, Sean.
I don't know
whatever
about
his name.
But yeah.
Knowledge.
Yeah, how dare you say his government name like that?
Oh shit. Damn.
Oh my God. How dare you?
How dare you?
That's mad funny.
What are these words?
Right. You funny, man. And also, shout out to Colin for keeping.
Still waiting on my shirt.
I'm about to say, yo,
yeah,
shout out
bro,
to Colin.
I put in an order a long time ago. You never picked up the money.
What?
Colin over there fucking, he got exclusive.
Refer to the last podcast a year ago.
Okay, good referral.
Wow.
Yo, Colin, I want one with the gold raindrops with the silver too. I seen that little exclusive ass shirt. You think
you seen it on my
I want
on
the
my
little
story?
gold drops. I want some gold raindrops.
Okay. That was a 1 of 1, but I could get you.
Yo, I'm sure it was a 1 of 1. Nah, you can keep it. That's the boss. So the boss gets the cool shirts. Okay? The boss get the little guy. All right.
Like you shooting her, Colin?
Hold on. Yeah, it's all blurred out.
Hold on. Let me unblur this motherfucker. Hold on.
Yeah, send me some flicks of some of your
I'm gonna bootleg your shit.
Oh my
wow.
God.
I'm gonna bootleg your shit.
Nah, it's fucked up. You funny.
Yeah, yo, just go check it out, rainydays.org.
Rainydays.org?
Yeah. Rainydays.org, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But if you want to check out the t-shirt, it's on the Instagram, which is also just Rainy Days.
Rainy Days, super dope. I
Rainy Days, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Now,
Colin is a super dope. He's very unorthodox.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. A lot of people just don't think of things like I feel like are cool.
He's a creator. He's an artist in his own way, and I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. You too. You should definitely go. How are you doing?
I get Charlie G too. So like I get it. So I get why all of this is working, because because everybody here is weird in their own way as far as creating goes.
I fuck with that. I really appreciate you saying that, bro.
You gotta be so weird that you that you stand on your
weird is cool as long as it's not socially awkward.
Weird is literally you not being a fucking follower, man.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Weird is literally not. It's 30 people over there. They all got the same shit on. Like I'm probably one of the only niggas from Harlem that never owned a fucking Merm, man.
Merm.
Never in my life. You know why? Because Harlem is like Grand Theft Auto, nigga. Everybody look alike.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I seen niggas go up north for shit they didn't do because they had the same exact shit on. When niggas was wearing 7 jeans, I was wearing Buffalo. When niggas was wearing Merms, I was doing trench coats and peak coats. When niggas was doing pals, I was doing you know, bubble joints. Like regular, I don't want to look like nobody.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, if you're involved in criminal activity, they have a fucking diagram in every precinct of what targets and what they wear. And it's a uniform. Who to pull over, who to target, and what they're wearing all the time. They have a whole diagram in every precinct. And if you fit that description, you're going to get harassed. They're not going to tell you you're getting harassed. They're going to tell you they pulling you over for something else. They're going to find the reason, but you're going to get harassed. They're not going to tell you your skin color. They're not going to tell you because it's a bias thing, or they're not going to tell you. Not everybody's a racist, but there's other bias things. Yeah. You know, he could be you know, he could have been bullied, or that looked like you. You know what I mean? But they all have a diagram of what to look for.
Yeah.
And
try not to fit the description.
That was a great point.
Try not to fit the description.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. On the brand builder segment, man. This week, listen, it's like week 15 or 16 of my little bum ass 6-month transformation, trying to get this body in shape. You know what I'm saying? I've been definitely building as far as the strength goes. I'm still in my bulking up stage, so I'm still trying to build muscle. So I've just been working out like a demon. And then like in January, I'm gonna start cutting, actually trying to cut weight so that some of the muscle I build up could actually become visible. You know what I mean? And get from underneath all of this fat. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like
I feel like, I mean, to each his own, but I feel like you going in like a reverse type of sequence.
What you mean?
I feel the same way.
Because like, if I'm not mistaken, like you're already husky, right?
Yeah.
All right, so like no funny shit, like you didn't really necessarily need to add the bulk because it's there already. What you need,
I was weak.
You needed to chisel that motherfucker.
I don't think it like, cause like when I was in high school and I was on the football team, I was matching one of the strongest benches. I was benching 275 pounds, and I weighed 215 pounds at the time. And like 2 years ago, I got under a bench press bar to bench 200 pounds, and I weighed like 255 at the time. And I had to call for help, almost like felt like I was about to die. You know what I mean? I was like, I had to call for help.
Because you wasn't. It's not because your weight didn't have nothing to do with it. Because
I'm saying that's what I said. I weighed 215 when I was in high school. It benched 275, and then at that point I weighed 250, but couldn't bench 200. You know what I mean?
Your body was different though.
So
your body was different.
That's why I said I had to build up, because now I weigh like. The heaviest I was like 265, and now I'm like I don't know, like 225, 227 or something like that. But I could bench like 250 right now. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm trying to rejig the numbers, get them back to how they're supposed to, because I used to be a stronger dude. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get my strength back. You know what I mean? So I want to feel that strength in my body, and I'm slowly feeling a return. That's why I knew, like, if I stayed fat and just lost weight, I will become a skinny dude. I have no desire to be a skinny dude. I'm a big dude. We remain a big dude, but I need to build that muscle. You know what I mean? So as much as I need to lose still another 40 pounds, I need to put on a good, like maybe another 10 pounds of muscle. You know what I mean?
But muscle weigh more than fat.
It do, but it also carry different. You know what I mean? But
it carry different, and it's positioned different. So at the end of the day, like, you could have been. Like, if you was heavy on calisthenics, you wouldn't have necessarily lost weight depending on how your calisthenics was going. You would have built that inner strength, and you would have got up under that bar, and that 275 would have felt like 125. You'd be like, oh, what the fuck? Fuck is this boy doing? And that's all straight push-ups, pull-ups.
Yeah, Well, he be doing push-ups a lot. Talk about your push-ups.
Well, I like I said, I started with doing 10 an hour, and I did that for 3 weeks. Then I was doing 15 push-ups an hour, and I did that for like 3 weeks. And then I was doing 20 push-ups an hour, and 20 push-ups an hour. I was stuck on that shit for like, it feels like a month, because like it I was just kicking my ass. 20 push-ups was hard as fuck for a long time. You know what I mean? And then finally one week I was doing 20 push-ups, like, this kind of ain't shit. It's kind of
Right.
it's just about time for you to push to 25. You know what I mean? So now I'm doing 25, which is like 200 push-ups a day. You know what I mean? But I can slowly feel my strength build, and being strong feels good. You know what I mean? There's just no way around it. Like feeling your muscles all activate, and feelings I just
It
feel.
also releases endorphins in your brain.
Yeah,
Working out makes you happy. It's proven.
It does. It does. You know what I mean? It does. I do feel much happier in general since I've been in better shape. You know,
but what it does too, it increases your testosterone. So you feeling that testosterone. You know, the more muscle you build is testosterone.
Right.
You know, that's the male hormone. Yep. But you know, from my experience from being a fat nigga, right? And I know exactly what you mean by like, damn, I can't lift as much as I used to. It's very right? But you know what I also realized? That muscle has memory. As long as you work out, you're always going to be able to get to that point you always hit. So it's like if you ever touch 315, you're always going to be able to build back to 315 if you work out. You're going to have to take big steps, but you're going to always have to. But howsoever, right? Our situation, you have to lose the weight first. You can't worry about building strength and muscle first. You have to lose the weight first. Well, you don't have to. But for me, I learned I was doing what you was doing for a long time. For like, fuck that. I'm just gonna lift heavy. I'm gonna lift. And I felt good. But I wasn't losing no fucking weight.
Yeah.
And then I would go down a little bit, right? I would go down a little, but my insulin levels would not regulate. Therefore, there'll be some weeks I look good, and then other weeks I'll be bloated because my insulin levels would be fucking out, be unbalanced, because you would never fix that issue. In order to fix that issue,
it's a diet issue. It's a diet. You got a nutrition.
It's not even the diet. It's your hormones. It's your thyroid, the hormones, and you also mentioned the fact that you was in high school when you was doing this, right?
Yeah.
How old are you now? This was years ago.
Yeah. I'll speak to the muscle memory that you. Yeah, no, we're not the same. I know. I'll speak to the muscle memory that you had what you was saying. You know what I mean? Because like I remember, so being able to move your chest muscles, right? Literally everybody can move your chest muscles. You can, but in order to be able to do it, you have to build your chest muscles up to a certain threshold, and then it cracks this mind muscle connection where it builds up to the point where you can flex it. Now, I didn't get that ability to do that until I was in high school. And when I benched it one day, I was like, and I got the bench, and I was like, and all of a sudden I could move my chest muscles. Even now, 10 years after that, when I wasn't benching, I couldn't bench the 200 pounds, I never lost the ability to move my chest muscles. It was just so little that you couldn't fucking see me moving but I never lost the ability to move my chest muscles, no matter how fat or weak I was, because once you build that mind-muscle connection, that muscle memory, I've always been able to move it. Now I could just move it more because there's more muscle there to move. You know what I mean? So it moves more now. But I never lost the ability to do it. So muscle memory is a thing. You know what I mean? Once you build to a certain point, you're right. Like that's why I'm back to 250 after just not even a year. I'm gonna hit 275. I'm gonna hit it because it's like it's not something my body hasn't done before. You know what I mean? So
you're not fixing.
You're not lean on the calisthenics though, man.
Yeah, and you're not. But here's the thing: you're not fixing your insulin problem.
You're right. That's why my diet, like the diet, is where I'm fucking up. The diet's where I'm fucking up.
And the problem, and it's not just the diet. And the problem with men our age and with our weight is that that's pre-diabetic. So our leg falls asleep. That could lead to erectile dysfunction. That could lead to prostate problems. That could lead to cancers, different types of cancers. That could lead to premature ejaculation. It could lead to depression. It leads to a lot.
He did big man research.
Listen, fat niggas be going through it.
Listen, it leads to like dark shit on your neck. It's not because of, like, you see a lot of fat niggas, you think they dirty, and because they have dark things on their neck. That's not dirt. That's discoloration because of the insulin levels is discoloring, is producing a tint in their skin, and that's where you get the darker armpits, like in between your legs and your groin.
Lucky knows a bit about what he's talking about. And I'm gonna just say that as a fat nigga who has seen some of these, I'm like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You ain't wrong.
I lost 100 pounds, bro. So I know the difference. I know the feeling. Bro, I came home 340 pounds, right? And
it was good in there.
It was eating chicken every day. Niggas was starving.
Egg, mac and cheese, chicken every day.
Niggas was starving, getting high. We was getting money and eating.
but now hold on. Let me just officially end the brand building segment, man. You already know how we end the brand building segment every week. You know what I mean? I end with the most recent written Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? And I also gotta encourage everyone that's listening. Listen, guys, listen. Get real estate, invest, start a business, and never give up hope. Because remember, a job stands for just over broke. All right? Because they're never going to pay you enough to really do what you're trying to do here. All right? With that, please enjoy the most recent written Wednesday. Welcome. Brooklyn. Written Wednesday. Big boy Charlie.
Charlie G.
I'm in this bitch, man. I'm back for another one. Bi-weekly event. Y'all already know how it go.
Let's get it.
Big boy Charlie, just as the day I was Carly, now but schools in the party, ain't no lie. Might hit my shit in the lobby. She got my heart that she robbed me. I stay grinding, so it's real hard to find me. Big boy Charlie, just as the day I was Carly, now but schools in the party. I got the vision, balls coming out like I'm pissing. Real nigga, I'm the description. I'm new different. Popping my shit every week. I don't care if nobody come listen. You will never match my hustle, come try me. Big boy Charlie, I am not asking these niggas to look, nigga. I am not 5'. Is she gon' let me fuck? Probably. Is all my shit going up? Probably. Old friends hitting me up? Probably. Feeling real proud of myself? Probably. Doing this with no help? Probably. Happy I ain't give up? Probably. Big boy Charlie, just as the day I was Carly, now but losing the party, ain't no lie. Might hit my shit in the lobby. She got my heart that she robbed me. I stay grinding, so it's real hard to find me. Big boy Charlie, just as the day I was Carly, now but losing the party. They go back to oodles and noodles. I found the maneuvers to get to the revenue smoother. That kid there a YouTuber and he a producer, but don't need a camera to shoot you. Shorty so bad, but she a hoe. Fuck it, I wash ass down with a loofah. Must be the thoughts of a loser, cause when you really up, nigga, you become the chooser. Popping my shit like a Ruger. Shorty a pimple abuser, yeah, I could use her. You ain't gangster when you lead a computer. How is you tougher than me? Every week I get on this shit and outdo you. Her baby daddy a loser, that's what she likes. Stop wondering why she ain't choose you. Sliding on goals, nigga, I'm the real shooter. Uploading these clips, nigga, I'm the real shooter. Putting the Wednesday number what? Nigga, I'm the real shooter. Piece of Friday number what? Nigga, I'm the real shooter. Podcast number what? Nigga, I'm the real shooter. What is you talking? I will outdo you. If you a goal of mine, click like I will remove you. Big boy Charlie, just as the day I was Carly, nah, but losing the party, ain't no. Anyway, that's most recent.
How you feeling?
Man. Nah, I mean,
that's how you feeling,
you stepped up your shit, bro.
Thank you, man.
That's how you feeling, son? I'm not gonna lie, that shit tough right there.
And for insight, he was Carly when he was younger.
Oh my God!
You know what I'm saying? That's why he was saying that.
Listen,
that's the day I was Carly.
Big boy Charlie.
Big boy Charlie. Nah, I mean, talk about shit. Nah, I mean, but yeah, man. Something I'm writing the next written Wednesday. It's supposed to be dropping next week. You know what I mean? I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? I got the beat selected and all of that.
We can collab on something too, man.
Yeah, I'm always down. I'm always down, bro. I just that I wonder even with sending the audio clips, like that written Wednesday recorded on this same bum ass this mic right here. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't got like a studio, like a thing, I need to fucking soundproof. You see this wall right here? You know how much echo probably just coming off this shit right here? I need to do but at the same time, but like I said, I could probably get in the studio and get some shit sent though. I could. There's mad studios out here. You know what I'm saying? So I can make it happen for real. You know what I mean? But yeah. I write verses all the time. Like I said, I'm always in the gym as a rapper, so I have to keep my.
What number written Wednesday is that?
Oh, that is number. Shoot, man. Number 28. That's number 28.
So that's 28 tracks that he's written. Technically,
I drop them bi-weekly. You know what I mean? So that one dropped last Wednesday. I didn't drop one this Wednesday. Next Wednesday one gonna drop. You know what I mean? And y'all should go check it out on Instagram because I'll be trying to get my little music video thing together too. You know what I mean? I did a little video editing and me.
It's real funny. It's good stuff.
I was basically parking my car. You know what I mean? Or I'll be dancing. I'll be doing dumb shit. You know what I mean? Go check it out. You know what I mean? But anyway, moving on, man. So what is this? What is it? What did I have on the docket here? Oh, yeah, of course. Law enforcement sources and multiple witnesses tell us that a fatal accident went down shortly after 2:30 a.m. when cops got a call for a man shot in a bowling alley at 810 Billiards and Bowling in Houston. We're told Takeoff and Cuervo were playing dice at an altercation when they broke out and someone opened fire. It was later discovered it could have been one of the bodyguards shooting Takeoff and ending in his demise. And unfortunately, videos and stuff was released on social media. All sorts of things that really shouldn't have been seen from that event from the general public. That was R.I.P. to homie. And it's kind of a fucked up situation. I'm gonna start with HandzOn. You know what I mean? HandzOn. I'm sure you heard about this. Everyone heard about this. It's the Migos, bro. How do you feel about it?
I mean, of course, it's unfortunate. Howsoever, wrong place, wrong time. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how you feeling, how bored you get, or what you want to do. You ain't got no business being around individuals that you do not know rolling dice.
Yeah.
And I say that to say this. Okay. Jay Prince Jr. I never heard of the person. I just found that he existed this morning.
Mm-hmm.
You're present. You're on the scene. This type of things happen.
Yeah, you're supposed to be the Mr. Beef Squasher or Mr.
Right.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, like I said, it's a loss. I'm just, like I said, like I was talking about it earlier. It's not hip hop related. It's more so ignorant related because you know better.
You should.
Ignorant is when you know better. So at the end of the day,
he had opportunity to know better, but that doesn't necessarily mean he does.
These niggas been on, right? Now let's just say they've been relevant for the last 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've been relevant for the last 10 years. You ain't got no business at that type of event surrounded with people that you don't know. And you know how I know you don't know these people? Or you just around random motherfuckers because these dudes had weapons on them and they was liable or they was able to do something to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's why I say you know better because y'all niggas been out for a minute. This ain't the first incident. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers been getting knocked down for years. So let's just say you wasn't worried about getting bodied that night. It was a high probability that if he didn't get killed that night, you would have heard a story about somebody getting robbed. Guaranteed. It was either somebody get robbed that night or you getting hit by accident because at the end of the day, you shouldn't have been there.
I gotta say, man, when you someone of a certain status and you got some stuff to lose, you know what I'm saying? I forgot what they all were, you know what I'm saying? But let me tell you something. There's like a top 5 hood events that you're most likely to get shot at. You understand what I'm saying? One of them's a cookout. One of them's a block party. One of them's any sort of dice gambling, anything like that. Gambling, dog, come on now. You know what I mean? Somebody at the cookout got shot. Somebody at the block party got shot. So somebody at the fucking... There's this dice game got clapped. I don't know. You gotta be careful which baby shower you go to these days, nigga. Like for real, I don't know.
I know people that got
you know, like for real, like there's certain events. You know what I mean? That I don't know what that's about. You know what I'm saying? So like
stupidity, man. If you had to put one word on it, it has to be like for me, it got to be stupidity.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like you feel like they should like know these things, but like that's like how I feel like I don't know if you're Mayweather and you're one of the greatest boxers in the world and you have hundreds of millions of dollars. There's no reason why you couldn't hire someone to teach your ass how to read, and why there should be like a recording of your ass like not being able to read OD well.
I mean,
You
I
gotta,
think
like
you know, they got plenty of money. What are they doing? Like going to some Halloween party at a bowling alley at 2 a.m.
I'm just
throwing
saying
dice with random people.
it makes
You
no
don't got
sense.
something different you want to do with all your money and stuff, you know? Like
You saying it's ignorant, and I believe that HandzOn. Because you know you only as ignorant, but these days you're only as ignorant as you choose to be. You're only limited by a curiosity.
Yeah, but
you know what I
look,
mean.
just that shit is dumb. It's
just
just
dumb.
Just to make the comparison to the Mayweather shit, right? Now, yeah, he should know how to read, but a lot of people believe that the whole purpose of going to school is to get a job to get this money.
Yeah.
So once they feel like you can skip all these things, they're like, man, I ain't fuck school.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting money with this. Is it smart? Might not be. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, now you're illiterate. But when it comes to the Migos, man, them niggas changed the game. They top 5 best rap groups of all time. Mm-hmm. Whether it was 2 of them left or not. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they changed the way niggas rap. A lot of niggas started rapping like them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
They're undeniably influential. Undeniably.
Right.
You know what I mean? When they came
you can't do that. Nothing can change my opinion as far as them niggas not knowing better, because you surrounded yourself around snakes and just bad vibes.
Yeah.
Because again, if you're around your mans or love, if you're around love, family, you know what I'm saying, brothers,
that's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. No, why? The pistol's not on us.
Yeah.
You know
and even if there is, there's 10 people that are gonna come up to de-escalate the situation. Like, because we're not, but when you're with people that are almost rivals, then that's when the escalation keeps happening. Now the arguments are because you're not about to get so irate where you're gonna like what shoot your cousin, your brother. Like, listen, man.
Right.
We all here. We chilling, man. This all, and that because you know who you shooting. Because when y'all all can you shooting the money train, the money cat. Why are you shooting? Like, come on now. You know we here.
Why are you shooting recklessly anyway?
The Migos. Like, why is you shooting? Like, I'm just so stupid. It's just
what are you doing?
I mean, I don't even know who was actually really supposed to be getting shot at, but like 2 other people got shot. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and they survived. Like there was a lot of crossfire going on. It wasn't just like a couple shots. Man.
That yo boy, that shit is like it's like them niggas jumped in a fucking time capsule and went back 15 years and they was fucking broke. Because at the end of the day, you're not supposed to be in a situation where that can even like that possibility is not even supposed to be a possibility.
Yeah,
I agree 100% with him.
For one of the first times in this past week, I went to a casino. I pulled up. It was free parking. I walked in. I went to the back because where all the TVs was at because I had money on a football game. I lost, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I was sipping a little bit. Like, this casino's nice. Slot machines, was craps tables or stuff. You know, it was cool. There's no reason why you can't go to a casino, dog. It's fine. There was some bitches around, some drinks. You know what I mean? Some food. I had a burger. Shit was alright. You know what I'm saying? Like, casino ain't that fucking bad, bro. And guess what? That's not gonna happen. Like, that's not gonna happen in a casino like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you come on, dog. Like, I'm just saying, you worth. I think you said takeoff was worth. I'm gonna say like around 26 million. You know what I'm saying? 26, 28 million, something like that. Wow.
Over a 10-year span, 12-year span of you being great, consistent, notable, and all these other good terms that you just don't need to be putting out there. But it's like, how do you wind up in that situation? And he younger than Quavo, so he was probably with Quavo. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever assumption niggas can make. But I just feel like just being wise and knowing the history of what goes on nowadays, but our people specifically, you're not supposed to be involved. You're not supposed to be around shit like that. You got random bitches around recording shit. Like who are you around?
Exactly. See, that's one of the reasons.
You know, like he was on the floor, all messed up and everything, and people were recording like right up in his face and stuff. Like obviously these people don't care about him. Exactly. They don't never know him like that.
Like I've been in situations in the street where people got hit, you know what I'm saying? Whether that be poked, stabbed, shot, beat up really bad. And the last thing on my mind is to record. Yeah. I might have tried to call an ambulance if I wasn't the one trying to resuscitate, help, or you know what I'm saying, provide comfort somewhere.
Yeah.
But you don't pull fucking phones out. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like you was around.
You clout chasers. That's who you was around. Clout chasers.
Shame on you, man.
That's who only one that would do that is clout chasers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But so speaking along that line, you know what I mean? My honest opinion on it, really how I really feel about it, is like, listen, if you giving that energy, bro, on all of these tracks, you talking about the clappity clap, killity kill, you know what I mean? You giving all of this gangster energy, you know what I mean? And like put it this way, I was more sad when Nipsey, even though Nipsey doesn't have the influence of the Migos, the thing is, the type of artist that Nipsey was at least trying to be in some put, like, it's like, listen, man, he ain't that, but he still had the street shit too, but at the same time, he was trying to be a little more positive about his message, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of like, well, why Nipsey? But when you have a rapper that's like, doing the most, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, how surprised can I be when it happened? Like, that's like Pooh Shiesty says, literally put out a song, I don't need my own, because it's good, I got my fire in the club, and then gets arrested for having his fire in the club. Like, nigga, like, come on, man. He made a song saying that you had the gun in the club, then you get arrested for having a gun in the club. How surprised can I be? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Like, you make it so you send out certain vibrations. You know what I mean? And I feel bad for him. You know what I mean? Because the thing I don't like death, because death is so like final. You know what I mean? Because you can't like learn from it and like make better decisions after. It's like it's the end. It's fucked up. I would have rather you maybe survive this. Of course, survive it so you could be like, you know what? I need to move differently. Think that way you could have made a change and been a better force in this world and been doing something at 2 a.m. more constructive than shooting dice in a risky situation. You know what I mean? Going forward. Right. But unfortunately, you didn't get a chance to learn from the situation. You know what I mean?
It's over. I think it was, it's like I said, shame on the niggas that, I don't know, like your boy, like that shit is whack, bro.
It's whack. You got to do more, man. How you feel about the situation, Lucky?
Shit. I got a lot of insensitive things to say about it. So first and foremost, my heart and prayers go out to the family, because, a loss is a loss, no matter who you are. And, it's hard. No matter if your mother was a crackhead, if you lose your mother, you're going to feel it. Mm-hmm. And, like I said, my prayers and my heart goes out to the family. But our people, right? And when I say our people, I mean the hip hop culture, because this is hip hop culture, right? Mm-hmm. This is beyond race. This is hip hop culture. We all grew up listening to hip hop. We all influenced by hip hop. We're all creating through hip hop in some way, shape, or form. Mm-hmm. It started out with graffiti, breakdancing, and now, freestyle rapping. It's a culture now, right? Mm-hmm. It's an actual culture. We're not evolving, right? And we're not teaching each other to respect the streets. People are not respecting the streets. You're supposed to respect the ocean, if there's this, I grew up in Rockaway, right? So, if the water, which motherfuckers still don't, the surfers out here, they see big waves, they want to go out there. They're not respecting this shit. So when a nigga drown, I don't feel sorry for that nigga. The nigga drowned. They say the shark is out. They tell you the sharks is out. They get bit by a shark. Nigga, they told you the sharks is out. They told you don't go in the water. They gotta go in the water anyway. Anyway, they playing. They're not respecting the ocean. The streets is the same way. When you're young and you're in poverty, or let's just say not poverty, because America, there's a million ways to get it. So it's not so much poverty, but when you're in a fucked up situation, because you can be fucked up. Poverty and fucked up is two different things. You fucked up. You got a family to feed. You fucked up in a million ways, right? There's a million ways to get it, but you fucked up in a million ways, right? You fucked up. You in the streets. You taking risks. The risks, is worth taking. Mm-hmm. Now you in a position where you don't have to take those risks anymore, right? You're no longer respecting the streets. So now the streets are gonna G-check you. The people that at the streets will consume you, right? And it's sad and unfortunate, but these are biblical, these, the Bible was just a New York Times for that, a New York Times a collection of New York Times articles, like of that time. So now we're not looking at it now as these times as biblical because we're so ahead. But everything that this is a universe, we have to respect everything. Everything is biblical. Everything is sacred, right? Life is sacred. We don't look at it like that because we think just the Bible or whatever holy book is. No, we're people. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John ain't the only holy motherfuckers that God spoke to.
Yeah.
The prophets in the Bible aren't the only people that God speaks to. Everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of motherfuckers on earth, right? And we don't pay attention to these motherfuckers, right? We don't respect each other. We don't pay attention. You see dice game in the Bible, right? Where the nigga got his ear cut off, right? It tells you right there that dice games are no good. Regardless of the fact, like my brother said, he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. He had no business there. And it is not just out of ignorance because he knew better. And I feel like it's an ego thing. And he wasn't respecting the streets. The streets that he was in, he wasn't respecting it because he no longer needed to take the risk. What risk did you need to take? You're making money off of music, or regardless of how you're making your money, right? You no longer need to be there. You no longer need to take that risk. You may want to take a risk, but you no longer need to. You're no longer respecting the streets.
One of the things I feel like
the same. What happened?
No, go ahead, continue.
Like the same nigga that goes surfing when they tell you not to go surfing, same nigga that goes in the water when the sharks is out. I gotta feel sorry for you. I mean, if your life gets lost, of course, my heart is going to go out to your family because, they're humans and, I'm a human too. I'm going to have empathy, but you made those decisions.
So two things. If I'm going to try to give credence to the mindset that leads a man to ending up in that situation when you're worth that much, I don't know why. I don't know why I did a takeoff, but here's the thing, right? So two things. One, I've never been suicidal. I'm not going to try to kill myself. But maybe there was a time in my life where I wasn't holding on to life so much, where maybe I was doing things a little more reckless, or maybe if I died, as sad, but I don't really care that much. You know what I mean? So I wasn't living life where I had a plan, I had a vision. I'm trying to move. I don't really give a shit. I'm just doing whatever I feel like doing. You know what I mean? So suicidal, no, but living a life a little recklessly just because you don't really care about it. So, I was saying yeah.
So if at that time, is it fair to say that you really didn't care about your life at that point that much, right?
I wasn't actively suicidal, but I was doing risky things. Without doing.
So you didn't give a fuck.
Caring. Yeah, I didn't really care. I didn't really care that much. No.
Similar.
So why would I give a fuck?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you don't give a fuck, why should I give a fuck?
Exactly.
And that's what I'm trying to get at. If you didn't give a fuck enough for your own family, that cares about you, why the fuck should I give a fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why
when you're around people that
are in that,
when you're around people that are in that mind state, that's what I'm saying. When you were saying earlier, HandzOn, you're not around family, you're not around people that's with you, because you know what I'm saying? Because that's not I wouldn't feel that way. I wouldn't do that around my family. You know what I'm saying? Certain, but when you look, so boom. So I was saying, right? You live in a reckless life, so maybe you feeling like you purposeless, you rudderless, so you don't really care. There's no stakes really, because you're not really got anything to lose. You know what I mean? So whatever, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Or the other part is, I hear this happens with really, really rich people. See, when you're really, really rich, all right, so you fucked all the baddest bitches. You done went on a lot of yachts. You done went on a lot of planes. The only thing that becomes fun to some rich people is breaking the rules. That's the only thing that's fun for some of them. So me speeding in my Lambo, breaking the law, that's fun for me. Me buying a whole island so I could do a whole bunch of illegal shit on it, breaking a whole bunch of rules, doing things that no one should be able to do. That's fun for me. Why? Because I'm crazy and I'm too rich and I have no purpose in life for real. And I'm just searching for something that makes me feel something. You know what I mean? And I only feel fun breaking the rules. Because doing everything else is just boring. You know what I mean?
Which is okay. Like,
I'm just saying. That's what some people.
I'm a big advocate for not like I'm big on not giving a fuck. I'm really big on that. I'm a big not give a fuck person. Like I don't give I'm big on breaking the rules. I'm big on doing what the fuck you want to do. Mm-hmm. But I'm also big on like if you signed up for that, like I don't feel bad.
Personal responsibility, accountability.
When gangbangers get killed, I don't feel bad for gangbangers when they get killed because unfortunately, I understand. I'm very aware of what they signed up for, and it's just I just don't feel bad, and you know the average person might look at that like, oh, that's insensitive, but no, it's just is a decision, like P&B Rock, for example, right? The dude was talking crazy for a very long time in several interviews prior to getting robbed and killed. He was talking very crazy. I can't get robbed. These niggas not gonna rob me because niggas know what it is. They try to rob my brother. Nigga, I had the thing. Niggas respect me. I go to LA. They know what it is. What? You not in your hometown, Brody?
Yo, hold on 1 second.
All right, my bad. Oh, you're talking. All right, yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, man. Yeah, so
you're not in your hometown.
These guys, they gotta understand respect. So yeah, man. I'm gonna go ahead and hang on. So listen, man, I thank you all you guys for coming through. You know what I'm saying? We got a special way that we end this. So look, I'm gonna start with HandzOn. Listen, HandzOn, look. When you an old ass man and you 80 years old, you know what I'm saying? You gonna look back on some of these videos and some of these recordings, you know what I mean? And try to be like, let me go see back when I was young, pop up my shit. You know what I mean? And there's some chance you might come past the CharlieGtv podcast. So what is a message you would like to have for your older self listening back to this audio?
I told you these motherfuckers are stupid. I told you these motherfuckers was stupid, and you told yourself you was going to do it.
I like it. I respect that. Shout out to old head HandzOn listening. I wish you a long life, brother. I wish you a long life as well, Lucky. Do
Listen,
you have
man. Appreciate y'all.
Do you have a message for old head Lucky listening into this?
Old head Lucky?
Yeah. Lucky 30 years from now listening in.
So I gotta tell him something?
Yeah, what message you got for old head Lucky?
Yo man, shit, don't get your ass better not get married, nigga. You better not get married, nigga.
That's what you got to old head Lucky. Stay fucking. Stay out here fucking.
Yeah, hold it down.
All right, old head Lucky. Keep rolling that. What you got, Colin? Colin, I appreciate you coming through. I don't take you for granted, co-host. Thank you for coming through, man. You come through every week. What you got for old man Colin making his way to listen to this with the Lil Kane? What you got for him?
Man, I hope we're still doing this goddamn podcast. Ain't better not change. I don't want to change, man. Keep doing it.
Yes.
Live life as young as you feel. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
This ain't my last time on here.
No, you did a great time, man. I appreciate you. You definitely welcome back, HandzOn. We gonna get a progress report. We gonna have you back on for sure. Definitely a friend of the pod. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. UFO Records.
UFO Records. Yeah, I seen that too on the
America. Couple my films. We out here, man.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
On this 93. Next EP comes out Black Friday, and the album going to drop January 26th. Everything is put together ready. It's just waiting to get dropped.
Respect.
And that's HandzOn. HandzOn. One word. Check them out.
Oh, that's Charlie G, man. Listen, old boy. Listen, you better be a millionaire by now, bro. You doing all of this shit. You building all of this shit. You got all of these plans. If you ain't millionaire by now, old ass man, go ahead and find a long pin, take a short walk or something. Do one of the things, all right? Because it's over. It's over. Go do. You know what you said you was gonna do, Carl? You said you was either gonna take heroin and all of the drugs when you're finally old. You know what I mean? So, because I said you can't take heroin and all of that stuff while you're young because it's gonna mess up your life. So my plan is to do it when I'm 85. That way, I gave y'all a whole life of me not doing heroin. Let me go see what it's about once I'm 80. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, listen, I appreciate it. I'm gonna end it like this. There's a lot of places your ears could be. I'm honored they chose to be with me. When in doubt, use calm honesty to express your vision. And most of all, thanks for listening.